Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It's been a few days since I posted anything, and I've had a couple people ask me to do a more detailed breakdown on how I try and get quick experience on CubeCraft Skyblock. And while I have a video that talks about this at a high level, one of the things I wanted to do is break it down a little bit for you and give you a bit more of a detailed breakdown on how exactly I built a little grinder to get experience. So experience is pretty important on CubeCraft Skyblock, and as you level up either your tools, your armor, as you increase the material quality of your tools, you need more and more experience to level those tools up. So like my pick, for example, I have Unbreaking 1, Fortune 6 on it. And so you can actually take your tools and armor enchants higher than what's typically possible in Minecraft to boost your tools even more. So this is an easy way to get experience and a quick way to do it that doesn't cost you too much money. You need to be a little bit closer towards the end game to really make this viable, but it'll still work for you even if you're not quite there yet and you don't have quite as much money to get there. So without further ado, let's jump into it and take a look at what we're looking for. Alright, let's run over here. And so I actually have the grinder area set up further away from the center of the base, just so that the zombies are not always spawning. And then when I'm not using it, which I'm not currently, I actually have it set up so that they fall into the void, just so it doesn't cause too much lag. So the overall design of this is really simple. If you have seen any of my videos, specifically the pig grinder farm video, this design actually is the same exact design as that, so I'm not going to cover a detailed breakdown on how to build this. If you want that, I'll put a card up in the top and you can take a look. But basically what we're looking at and sort of how we get to the point where we can get quick experience on CubeCraft is by using higher level spawners. So every time you increase the level of a spawner, the mob, whatever it spawns, gives you more experience every time you kill it. So what you can see up there in the top, I think there's like 17 spawners right now, so we certainly could have more, but right now we've got 17 spawners, and what they are they're all level 30 zombie spawners. So you can go higher than that. I probably will upgrade these and put them up higher in the air at some point, but level 30 is pretty solid. I believe the multiplier on level 30 spawners is 18x, meaning every level 30 zombie or zombie from a level 30 spawner that you kill, it gives you 18 times the experience that a typical zombie does. So it's a quick and efficient way to really boost your output without needing, 18 zombies in that case to get the same level of experience. So the trick to that ultimately is you got to level up the spawners, that's the first part, and then because you're doing this with higher level spawners, you need to put them higher up in the air to make sure that the zombies take the appropriate amount of fall damage so that they're quick and easy to kill. You don't want them to spawn with all their full health, because level 30 zombies have quite a bit of health. So what we're going to do is we'll go up there real quick and I'll show you what it looks like. So the way you build this and is pretty straightforward, but the real kicker is you want to make sure they fall the right distance. So in the case of this one, level 30 spawners, the zombies are falling 73.5 blocks, and what that does is make sure that all of them survive, so no one's dying due to the fall damage, and everything except for the tough zombies, which do spawn, there's one right there, everything besides those guys is a one-hit kill. I technically have a fairly overpowered sword, but everybody has between half a heart left and like 4 hearts left, unless they're a tough zombie. So you can see here they all just spawn, fall down into the second waterway, and then they fall down into a 2x1 hole. So this is also important. I've heard some people say they have problems with 1x1 holes. This one I've never had a problem with, and it also makes sure that you can pretty much stand in one spot and actually kill the zombies and get the experience pretty easily. So let's go ahead and go down and we'll test it out, and you guys can see how quick and efficient this bad boy is. One other thing that I'll mention is if you are playing on a co-op island, I don't know if this is something that happens on Java Edition. This is on Bedrock. One little nuance that I don't know if it's actually a bug or if it's intended, but if there are 2 players on the island, or at least 2 players, I haven't had more than that, but at least with 2 players, for some reason when there's 2 players online in the overworld, zombies take considerably more damage from the fall damage as opposed to 1 player. So if you build this design and another person's logged on, your zombies will potentially just die from the fall damage, all of them will. And so the way to get around that is you'll just build up 18 blocks and then build another platform for them to land on, and they'll take the same amount of damage, but 18 blocks higher. So it's a little bit annoying because you have to keep swapping back and forth, depending on whether or not there's more than 2 of you on, but this is just something that we've encountered with the one on our island. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a half block there and half block there. And so the reason why I use half blocks is if you keep this as a 1x1 hole, or 1x2 hole, the baby zombies can get out and attack you, and it's just all sorts of fun. So by doing half blocks, you basically ensure that they all stay put, and you don't have to worry about any of them attacking you. So what we're going to do, we're just going to let them pile up for a second. I'll move these blocks out of the way as well, so we can get a bit closer. We'll let a few more fall here, and then we'll just do a quick demonstration on how fast this is. There's a couple more here. And so the reason while we're waiting for, let's see, nope, that looks like it's going to be it. Alright, so we basically have the max, or basically just about the max, that are going to spawn. And so you can see here I have effectively half a level, I have no levels, more or less. And let's just go ahead and kill all these, and we'll see how many levels we get. So let's quickly kill them all. So as you can see, they're all pretty much dying in 1 hit, or a couple hits, and the tough ones last a little bit longer, but not too bad. Alright, so we've killed pretty much all of them. So what, that was like 20 seconds, maybe? And we're at level 25, so super efficient way to get experience, and this would definitely be my recommendation unless you've got just insane amounts of money and want to use pigmen or wither skeletons if you've unlocked them. So technically zombies aren't the best source of XP per kill, but the spawners are so cheap. Let's just double check here, I'm blanking on what the price is. Yeah, so zombies are 500,000 coins each. You compare that to pigmen that are 40 million. You can buy 80 zombie spawners for the same cost of 1 pigman spawner, and wither skeletons are even more expensive at 125 million. So they're super cost efficient, and all you need is money and the rotten flesh to upgrade them. So again, this is just a really quick and easy way to get experience. See, it's filled up again. I can go over here, hit them all, no big deal. So the number of spawners that you need is certainly up to you, what you can afford, what you ultimately want. Like I said, I've got 17 here, I could probably add a couple more. I have seen some players say that if they get too many spawners, depending on the device you're playing on, so on a phone or even sometimes on Xbox, you can get quite a bit of lag from these. So I'm on PC, so I can certainly handle quite a bit more than a phone can, so you also want to keep that in mind as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. What I'm going to do before I wrap up this video, I see a number of questions in the forums and other things like that around what does it take to actually upgrade a spawner. So before we wrap it up, I'm just going to do a quick breakdown on how to do that, and then we will wrap this video up. Alright, so for demonstration's sake, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to buy a zombie spawner, and we'll see exactly what it looks like to upgrade it. Say I don't want to buy 64 of them. Alright, and another quick tip is if you are using a sword to kill these things, just throw an anvil down here and keep some, stone or iron or whatever on your inventory. That way it's just quick and easy to repair your tools or your swords, because they will take damage. So, I've got the zombie spawner in my hand, we'll place it here. If you click on it, so whatever you use to right click or place a block, I'm on the computer, so it's a right click. I can right click on here to get the UI, and then I can come down here and there's the upgrade button. So it tells me how many coins I need, so 300 coins and 6 rotten flesh. And then when I do that, it'll give me basically a confirm screen. We'll hit confirm, and now we've got a level 2 spawner. So you basically keep repeating this process all the way until you get to level 30 for each of the spawners. Then you can break them and put them up there. So as you're killing the zombies, you're obviously going to get some of that that rotten flesh, so you can kind of keep that off to the side, and you'll need a good amount of that to actually level them up to the right level. So again, a super easy way, efficient way. It doesn't cost a stupid amount of money to build up a little nice XP grinder. It's definitely faster than using level 1 spawners, so I'd recommend leveling these spawners up as you go, and you'll get what you need quickly and easily to level up your tools. And just to give you some context as to why this is important, because you might think, oh, 34 levels, not that big of a deal. I can do quite a few enchants with that. If we take my pick, which is a level 7 and fairly high for an iron weapon, or for an iron tool, let's say I want to put the next level of fortune on here, it's going to cost 136 levels. So, and it only gets worse from there, so having something like this set up is a great way to get that experience fairly quickly. You can also do things like mine quartz and diamonds to get experience, but this definitely is something that I use to get me all the way to whatever level I need to get up to for that experience. So hopefully you found this helpful. Again, if you want to know exactly step-by-step on how to build the design of this, go back and look at that pig farm video that I've got. It's the same exact design. They're just falling a little bit longer and a very specified, or a very specific amount of blocks to get them all to be one-hit kills. So again, hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully this helps you on your island, and leave a comment if you've got questions. Again, I always look out for those and add additional help if I can, and give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this and the other content. And with that, I will catch you guys later.